Hello, hello, and welcome to a monthly product update. We are in July. We've officially changed our monthly product update to the last Thursday of each month. And I'll tell you, for the rest of the month, we are going to pack these sessions out with huge updates. And this is the first one of those huge updates, and they're huge, I'd say so. We have big changes all across products. We're announcing a new product. We have new pricing. We have big updates. We have even whole infrastructure changes on the Finsweet account side. It's pretty big. Really excited about this. And already, kudos to the team. We've done a great job getting all of this together at the same time to launch today. All the different teams, all the different skills, all the different talents, all coming together, and we delivered. It's all good. It's all ready. So let's go over that and what that means. Before we do that, let's say hello to the audience. We have a bunch of people here. Let's start right up with Leah. Hello from Oz. Kapur joining from Norway. We have Kai. Hey, what's up from the UK? Hey, what's up, Isan, Leo, Yaroslav, hello, Kim, Nick, bunch of familiar faces here. Welcome to the stream. If you're not watching live and you're watching later, um, hey. So let's get into it. Let's go through this presentation, and we're going to start with some great, great info. Components is a successful product. Good for us. We're happy about it. And with that success, we've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't work. And I'll tell you, with components, there are some things that work really well. There are some things that are just not working at all. And cookie consent is that key thing that's working. It really drives all the revenue, or mostly all the revenue, for our our components product. And we'll talk more about pricing. We'll talk more about these learnings, but it's given us so much great insight into what we have to do next. We've we've actually created a successful little business just in cookie consent. So from what was once a very simple cookie component library, we used attributes. It was a cool tool, very limited. I think it was appropriate for back then, but now things are getting more serious. Regulations are getting more strict. So we went and turned that into part of our components offering, and we charge money for it, and we're doing really well. So well that it is now going to turn into a standalone product, and that's called Consent Pro. Consent Pro is going to really focus on the entire field of consent, not just the component of your cookies, the component UI that allows users to manage cookies, right? That was the original vision for components. And we've kind of gone to the next level with that and decided that Consent Pro is really what's needed here. This is going to be a brand new product in the Finsweet lineup. It's going to be in addition to components, and it's going to focus, like I said, all on consent. We're going to go through a lot of what that roadmap is. So we're going to talk about exactly what we're planning to do with this product. This product is not launching today. It is launching August 28th. We'll talk about the planned evolution from components. We'll talk about how this is built for advanced compliance. This is not something. Um, it's not something that just fits inside of a bundled type product. And it's really because GDPR and other regulations are just requiring stronger solutions. It's requiring that extra effort. And we just had to go further. Let's talk about why. It all started with a requirement to be listed on Google's vendor list. We wanted to be on that official list that Google shows of all the consent providers that they give the okay to. And a requirement for that was it had to be a standalone product. It couldn't be bundled. That was actually a requirement to be listed. And I mean, we clearly failed that. It was part of a bundled offering. So That's clear. Compliance laws are tightening. They want people to focus on this, and focus is required if you if you want to stay up to date with all of the regulations. It requires a different type of focus. So these clients that we're working with, the clients at Finsweet Agency, the clients that use components, they're expecting stronger solutions. I'd say at least a few times a month, we get a really advanced compliance case that we go and add to the roadmap or we build into the product. And people expect that, and we want to deliver that. So cookie consent inside components just hit its limit. That's really what happened here. And we don't want to force too many features or force too much roadmap into this kind of defined space of JavaScript components. We're going much, much further than JavaScript components here. So let's talk about what's coming next. This is the roadmap. This is not launching on August 28th. This is, some of these may launch in 2 months, some of them in 6, some in a year. But I just want to tell you what we're thinking about. First one, location-based behavior. This one is my favorite. You will be able to create different banners and display different banners based on a user's location. So a different banner for people in the US, different people for a banner in the EU. And you just get to customize that and have many banners however you want them based on the user's location. Super powerful. All visual, same kind of system, Webflow based. Also, we're looking at building vendor and tracker transparency, regional rule presets, and improved cookie management. Consent logs and proof of consent reports, cookie and privacy policy generators, and a dashboard management tool with the ability to use on any website system, not just Webflow. So you can see with this kind of roadmap, I'll go back to this list and back to this list. It's just too much to try to fit into that simplified components UI with the left sidebar and the builder on the right. We're trying to do too much with this roadmap. So it was very clear that we needed to separate, focus, and really drive this product. So August 28th, it's launching. Again, that is not what I just went over. The roadmap, we're not launching that on the 28th. This is going to be really a simple launch. It's just going to be a migration to the new infrastructure. So we're going to ship Consent Pro as a standalone product with the same specs as the current solution. What you can use today in cookie consent, you will just be able to use with a new Webflow app called Consent Pro, and it is going to allow you to build the consent UI just like you can today. We'll also have new pricing options, and the most important part is we'll be ready to start shipping new updates monthly. Now that we have this in a new code base, a different technology behind the Webflow app implementation, it's now a hybrid app. With these kind of changes, we can now start to build on top of it in the way that we should, a full product standalone. So we've been spending really the last 1 to 2 months preparing for this and getting this migration ready. Now it's ready. We'll be ready to start shipping. So simple migration launch next month, next MPU, and then we're going to start sprinting immediately after. All right, that's a big update. Consent Pro, really happy about that. I hope you can tell. I just think it's a huge opportunity. It really is. And it really lets us make some awesome changes to components. We have some really good ones here waiting for you with components. First, let's take a break. Let's look at some feedback from the community. I'll leave this screen up for you. Go ahead, read them. They're not very, they're not good for us. I think it's good feedback, and we're taking that feedback with a lot of love, and we are going to implement it. I said we learned a lot in the pricing of components, and it certainly wasn't a failure because through that higher pricing, we realized that there is a need for Consent Pro. So we price everything, let's say, too high. but that one key item wasn't too high. It was just the indicator for the next step. That next step is new product, and then taking components, the rest of the components, and drastically lowering the prices. So, yeah, this kind of change to Consent Pro that gives us that product business that we're looking for, and now we can be super super favorable with components. So let's get into that pricing change. We really thought hard for you. If we're putting the money into a new product here, let's take components and make a change. We've restructured our components plans based on what customers ask for, and that's the existing model, which we are not going with anymore. We're now into the new model, single site, lifetime, and agency plans. Let's go back here. Single site lifetime and single site subscription. This was the old model. You could pay for every component for a lifetime plan or monthly for that component. We're taking away the monthly option. We are going to now still give you the lifetime option. It's going to be much lower. And then we're adding the new agency plans that a lot of people have asked for. So let's start with those lower lifetime prices per component. The lifetime model still does work. It's working for components, and it's the most popular option for the other components. Sorry, it's working for cookie consent, and it's also the most popular plan for Slider, Marquee, YouTube, Instagram, and so on. So we're keeping the lifetime license. We're going to lower the prices. You can see that the Instagram, Marquee, and Slider, previously $99, these are now going down much, much more to, yeah, you can see them here. I don't have to read the prices, but these are big reductions in that one-time lifetime price. And we can go even lower. So let's now introduce the all components bundle. You can buy all of our components for $59 one time per site. So you have one site, 59 bucks. You can use everything we have. That includes YouTube, Instagram, Marquee, Slider, number count table, and more as we add them. For example, we're working on tabs and favoriting. That $59 price is going to stay there when those two components launch. So you're just going to continue getting that benefit of more components as you buy the bundle. Now, this model works for some people, but we heard you loud and clear. Some others do not like this one time or a single site lifetime option. They want the agency plans. So we have created a whole new type of plan. It's a whole new bulk discount, and it allows you to use unlimited components for a monthly cost. Sorry, for a yearly cost. Very important. These are the new agency plans. You can pay yearly on the basic plan, $348 per year, $588 per year, $948 per year, or $1548 per year for unlimited. When you do the math, these are significantly lower than our current bulk discounts and really takes our new lower all bundle pricing and makes an additional discount on top of it. So these are our new agency plans. Really happy about these. They're also going to lock in more components as we build them. So we go and build tabs. We go and build favorite. We do, those are the two that will launch next. I don't want to promise any others, but as we go and add more, your price doesn't change. It's locked in. What changes per plan here is the amount of websites per year. We have 12, 24, 48, and unlimited packages. This puts you, the agency, in control of these components. You can take the cost and just use it as a cost for the office, a work related cost. You can go and bill your clients for it. It's up to you. This is what people ask for, and this is what we are delivering on. Important to note that they are paid yearly, and I'll make a note on why we did that. If they weren't paid yearly, we would have to build in a lot more controls, features, and limitations in giving you licenses for websites. So, for example, if somebody were to sign up for a monthly, they pay 1 month, they use 48 websites, 48 licenses, and then they cancel. We don't like the idea of turning off websites that have already been added as domains. We have a really good policy where we're not going to turn you off even if you cancel. We can only have that policy if we do yearly because people will abuse the system if we do monthly. So by adding this as a yearly payment, you pay per year, you get this many websites per year. This allows us to really simplify the system and offer this kind of pricing. So hopefully this works for you. This should be affordable. If it's not, let us know. But this is available today. You can go and buy this. You can start using components. We have some new things launching also, which makes this even more valuable. But let's go on. Oh yeah, let's talk about the new features. These are not live yet, but they are coming for the next MPU in 1 month. Workspace features, save to library, create folders, and shared access. This will be available in Lite, Pro, and Unlimited plans. These features are going to help with team building. They're going to help you share components across your team and just make sure that everybody's kind of working together and using components to the max of the system allows. So when you save something to the library, you can save it for your whole team. So when the next person goes to get a YouTube feed or an Instagram feed or a slider, they'll see your work and they can quickly add it to their project. So that's a big one. We delivered a lot for components there. That's new lower pricing, big bulk discounts for agencies. Again, I have to say that's what you asked for, and that is what we delivered on. We're really serious about that. We heard you, we're planning it, and we're happy with it. So now that we've went over this pricing for components, the new single site and the agency plans, I want to ask you, does this same model work for Consent Pro? We are going to have a live feedback time session. We are going to share a link with you where you can provide feedback for the Consent Pro draft pricing. And I have to say it again, this is draft pricing. It's not final. The goal here is to get your feedback. Single site. With the single site Consent Pro option, we will offer monthly. It's a different kind of product. It's a bit more expensive. Monthly works. And we also offer the lifetime. This is going to be a new lower price. Currently, our cookie consent is at $279. We are lowering it to $199. Again, just taking your feedback and running with it. So that price is actually going to be live in components. You could still use this in components for August. It's going to drop down to $199. We want to migrate that price over to Consent Pro. This is what the agency plans look like. You'll be able to see these again later. Don't worry, we have a link for you. This is what the agency plans look like. Same concept as components. You pay for a certain amount of websites per year, and we are hoping that this can also be a yearly cost. We have 12, 24, 36, unlimited. This is for using Consent Pro on 36 websites each year. It's a lot of websites. And this would be the yearly cost for that. So what does this look like? What do you think? We'd love to hear. I'm going to share the link soon, but first I want to say it's not final. Your feedback's going to help us change this pricing. The goal is to give you big discounts in buying in bulk and paying upfront. The pricing is a bit higher than that components pricing, but it's just a much more valuable product. And like components, we're going to add things to the agency plans. So you're going to get these kind of special team building, team collaboration features. And you can help us shape that pricing before launch. You can head over to consentpro.com/pricing. There'll be a little presentation, not a presentation. There's a little pricing UI there where you can see that pricing we just looked at. And then you can go and fill out the form and tell us what you think about it. Okay, let us now continue. Another nice piece of info here. You can join the Consent Pro waitlist for 10% discount offer. That's right. If you join our waitlist, 1 month waitlist, a 10% discount applies to all plans, including agency plans. The discount is stackable with Finsweet Plus. So Finsweet Plus gets automatic 10% across everything. You can stack this on top of that for 20%, including the agency plans, which could be hundreds of dollars, or on the higher plans, thousands of dollars of discount. And this discount that we're going to give you when you sign up for this list, it's going to work in any time in September. So the first live month of Consent Pro, you can use this 10% off and go ahead and enjoy that. So consentpro.com/waitlist. That's where you can sign up for the waitlist. Cool. Okay, so that was just a little pricing kind of survey. We were talking about the components pricing and all the updates there. I just wanted to add in the Consent Pro pricing to see what you thought about it. So now back to components. Let's see, we have a new component launching today, and that is the YouTube feed component. Super powerful, super valuable for any company that wants to put YouTube on their website. You can build a custom YouTube list in Webflow. It uses the YouTube API to pull videos from a YouTube channel. Fully customizable with complete Webflow control. It's more than a widget. It's so much more than a widget. It's fully Webflow native. So let's check out the demo on what this looks like. You can see you can customize with channel. You can go and choose the elements that are added to the UI. Everything from title, description, likes, publish, show play button. There's just so many options here you can turn on and off, and these will actually add native Webflow elements to the canvas, it's great. You have full design control over every element here. You can open it in Lightbox. You can play the video in line. You can enable a load more button. We really stack this out here, and we can continue adding features to this. So I think this is a really great tool. If people like it, yeah, we'll just continue growing it. But this is super powerful. We're building some beautiful, beautiful feeds of YouTube stuff. Everybody knows that default embed's a bit messy. So we'd like to get rid of that and let you Webflow it. So I talked about this. We saw it in the demo, generate feeds from channels and playlists. We can add some more feed types here, but channels and playlists are going to give you a lot of power. We're also going to work on some filtering controls, which will also give you a lot of power, but those are not live yet. Flexible content sources, any public playlist, good to go. Switch between channel ID and playlist. You can have multiple instances on the same page. So think it like a Netflix or TV streaming type service where they have the rows of videos, right? You can create those kind of rows of videos, have many instances of YouTube on the same page, and put them in a slider, for example. So fully customizable, feels Webflow native. We already talked about this. These are actual div blocks, text elements right inside Webflow. Um, yeah, we saw this stuff in that demo there. Design control, not limitations. So many solutions out there are going to just give you limitations on that design. But when we really make it a Webflow native experience, that just doesn't happen. Look at this beautiful display. You can use grid, you can use flex, you have full control of that styles panel. Put it in a slider, load more button. Have you ever seen YouTube look so good? I don't think so. Definitely not. Now we can do that. We're going to see some beautiful YouTube feeds coming. Layout options, you can choose grid, slider, single video. Playback options, inline, lightbox, new tab to YouTube. And why this solution is different than others, no iframes, which is just a kind of a leading implementation for YouTube feeds. No fixed styles or limiting color controls. You're not playing with some very limiting like color configurator, like build your branding, build your styles. Nobody likes that. They're real DOM elements in Webflow, and they're built for Webflow developers. So if you're listening to this stream, those last two are awesome to you. They're huge. That's going to change the game. We also have some cookie consent updates. A nice, small but powerful feature here. You can now whitelist a cookie, specifically essential cookies, by name. They're always treated as essential, and they are perfect for cookies like Cart ID. Quick to set up in settings, and we can take a quick look at that. So, this is one of those advanced use cases where someone reached out and said, "Hey, I need this for compliance," and we built it in. So you can also see if we just keep adding more features and options and configs, that left sidebar is going to be huge. We really need to expand out this product. So that's just one tiny feature. Imagine doing 50 new features. It's just not, the UI wasn't designed for that. Cookie consent still available for August. Don't worry, even though we have the new Consent Pro coming next month, the current experience will not change. You can still buy components, cookie consent components today and for all of August. We're going to lower the price. We already talked about that. We're going from $279 down to $199, and there's going to be a simple migration process, right? If you need to purchase a cookie consent component in August, go ahead and do it. You can migrate once we have the new system. It's going to work in the new system. We've really built it so there's not going to be a lot of friction when you open up Consent Pro and you have an existing components implementation. So we've thought about it. Don't worry. Keep using it as you would normally use it. Also, part of components, we have a library update. 30 new components added to the library, ready to use. So we went ahead and designed some really nice looking components that use Finsweet components. And you'll be able to go and grab these from the library, add them to your project. And it's a great way to just get something on the page and get started without having to go and build that layout. We have a lot of great designs here, and this is just the start. We are going to be adding a lot more of them. There's going to be, we really want to build to hundreds, and in the future, thousands of different components after we have a full library of solutions. So this is just the start. Really nice start. Tell us what you're looking for. If you go and check this out and you say, hey, I'd love to have some of these types of components, let us know. We're going to make them. And we've made it easy for us to make them so that we can continue quickly adding them for you as you request. Okay. But what is launching today is 10 sliders, 4 marquees, 5 Instagram feeds, 7 number counts, and 6 tables. So you can go and check those out inside Finsweet Components. And that's it for components. Those are big updates. Wow. Seriously. Those are some serious updates there. Now let's get on to Wized. Also big updates. We're getting pretty good at this product thing. What we launched this month, branching is now available to everyone. Last MPU, it was still closed and coming on to some people, but now everybody has it. You can create a new branch in your project and continue development from that branch. Super, super valuable. People are loving this feature. Simulate events easily. Let's go and check that out. Look at that nice play button. Oh yeah, make it happen. That is really cool. Love it. So a nice preview there. That's great. I think great in your development workflow. RBAC, role-based access control via Finsweet Workspaces. This is a new one inside Wized. You'll see it there first, but this is a bigger change that we'll talk about in a few slides down. Small but useful update, secrets now visible to collaborators. Easier teamwork in shared projects. This was a nice ask, and now with the Workspaces update, this can be made possible. What we're working on this month for Wized, the activity panel. We're going to track what's changed, when, and by who. So similar to that activity panel in Webflow, we're building similar version of that where you can really see what's happening inside that project. So big updates from Wiz. Those are, I think all of those are really nice ones. And yeah, on track for great, great updates. Again, we love to hear what you're thinking about these products. If you're a Wized user, tell us what you think here in the chat, privately in the forum, however you'd like. Moving on. Finsweet logo. What's this? Finsweet account. All right. We've been wanting to make these updates for a while. We've been like planning and thinking about them for a while, and finally, this was the right time to do it. So we have now workspaces, and we have a new experience. Let's check out that new experience, that new design. Looking nice. We have a new, simple, enterprise focused design style, right? That's simple, easy to use. This is that new direction. So we have now this new design all across Finsweet Account. And the big update functionally is Workspaces. So there's a new workspace system with role-based access control. That means you can create workspaces, invite members to those workspaces, and assign roles for each product to each member. So somebody could have access to certain things in Wized, but not in components, or they have access to all in components and nothing in Wized. You can really customize it. And it's at no extra cost to create a workspace and to add users to it. Usually, a lot of companies will charge you to go and add people to that workspace, which makes sense. But, that makes sense, but it also makes sense to just encourage as many people inside of an organization to use your product. I'd love as many people in an agency to go and create a Finsweet account and be part of the Finsweet product flow. So we don't want to limit people adding to workspaces. We want to encourage it. We want your workspaces to grow and have big, beautiful, giant workspaces if that's what you want. So it's going to enable powerful role-based team collaboration. Big win. Let's take a little bit, let's take some looks at the workspace settings here. All in this new design, really simple, easy to use. Love it. See, we can go and invite a member and then add specific controls for each product. Super powerful. And that new design, the new workflows, I think they're really improved, and they're going to continue improving. We're going to continue working on Finsweet Account. We created it. We created it really just with one product, knowing that we'd scale, and then we just kept adding on top of it, and top of it, and top of it, and now finally we've re-envisioned the experience, and it takes into account the products that we actually have, not this future idea of products. So give us your feedback. We're making the updates now. If you have feedback in the month of August, now's the best time to share it. And we're going to iterate, and your feedback can be in that iteration. Okay. This also has improved subscription management across products, improved checkout in a new Stripe hosted system, and a more unified experience across products. I can't say how much I'm excited about this update. It's just so important for the main hub to be organized and clear to use. We want you to use multiple products, and we want this to enable you to easily use multiple Finsweet products and organize them, not have products all scattered around with different logins. One login, one place to buy everything, and it's just simple. So that's our new direction. Really, really awesome. Looking for your feedback. And let's go to the Finsweet Support Forum. This is another nice update here. In the support forum, we are introducing AI support. Fin, that's its name, Fin, was built with our docs, solve tickets, and knowledge base. First, we focus on attribute support, and we're going to add other products as we find success there, right? Attributes has a lot of documentation. It has a lot of solved tickets, and we're going to use that to, yeah, build this tool to help people implement our solutions. So let's talk about just a little screenshot here. This AI is going to answer directly in the forum response. We're going to continue. Oh, I'm missing a slide. All right, I'm going to chill here, and I know what the slide is, but I'll talk about it. Um, the goals. We have goals for our forum, and this is uh, releasing this AI support is part of those goals. Get you back to work quicker, right? When you have an issue, obviously you want to get that issue solved as soon as possible. We want this to help you do that. Imagine within seconds, an AI response will try to help you. Maybe they help you, maybe they lead you in the right direction. Maybe you don't have to wait 2 or 3 hours or 5 hours or 12 hours for a response. We're still going to be there. We'll still have humans that will monitor the system, improve the system, and be able to connect with you in the same speed that we're offering today. But maybe this AI support tool can help you instantly, get you back to work quicker, and make you more efficient. So that's the goal here. That's the long term goal. And this project helps get to that goal. There we go. Okay, Finsweet Extension update. This is the last item here. There is an update to Finsweet Extension. Bittersweet, but as always, more sweet than bitter. Finsweet Extension is changing. Had to turn some features off due to Webflow infrastructure updates. Webflow's making changes to their system, which they should, right? This is a good thing for us. We want them to make updates that improve. And because of that, some of our features will not work anymore. So we grayed out these features in the extension. And as Webflow releases more updates, we will continue to gray things out. The great news, we are building the influence features and the rest of the Finsweet extension and more workflow features in a new Webflow app. So we validated that this product thing works for us. We're now getting pretty good at making updates, at shipping products, at doing all this stuff. So yeah, we're going to turn this into a product. It's going to be paid. It's going to be workflow based. So just like Finsweet extension, you'll be able to access features that help your workflow inside Designer. And we know a lot about this. We've been trying to improve our workflow and, add our own features to Webflow for years. So we're making a product out of it. And instead of this kind of sketchy extension that doesn't really communicate with Webflow and, could break your site, there's always a chance of that. It's now going to be a native Webflow app in the native system, which I think it's just going to work better. So I'm excited for that one. That's going to be big. We'll have more updates on that soon, but that's why they are grayed out. Okay. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way here. That's it. Thank you. See you at the next monthly product update, August 28th. We have a lot of updates there. And like I said, for the rest of the year, every monthly product update is going to be big, fat, and juicy. It really is. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. We have another new product coming before the end of the year. We have those sweet, sweet updates coming to Consent Pro and components. We got tabs, we got favoriting. They're coming soon. So see you next month. And if you have any questions, we are here to help. Thank you so much.